Well, how we doing tonight? Man, this is unbelievable. You guys are now in the Heritage Hangar. It's been a great night. You've had some drinks, you've had some food, but now it's time to get down to business. There's no better man to make it more professional. He's a friend of mine, and a lot of our friends are you out there. And I want to introduce to you Vice President of Scion, Mr. Jack Hollis.
All right. I wish you could be where I was and just seeing this. This is so great. Well, let's start. Let's make sure who's in the house. If you own a Scion, let me hear you. If you came here tonight to think about your next purchase, let me hear you. We're going to have some fun tonight, and I really appreciate it. All right, a little administrative before we get started. I'm serious. On this side of the room, there's a lot more room. So if you're up here and you want some more space and you want to be able to see, there's some good breathing space over here. All right, listen. First of all, I need your help. All right? I want you just to look to the guy to your right or your left and just tell him we're going to have a great night. Do it right now. We're having a great night. Seriously, you know what? This is about having a great night. Scion has been so excited about this night. We've been waiting for this night for a long time. And we're glad we can make you a part of it. Now, I've been reading a lot of recent stories and blog postings about the FRS for some time now. And it looks like maybe, just maybe, you're as amped up on this car as I am. You think so? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, we've been having a lot of fun at Scion, for these last few months. To be honest, part of it's just because that's what Scion is all about. Enjoying time with your friends, sharing some experiences, mostly about having some fun. We've also had a great time sharing our cars with Scion supporters, especially some of our latest models, like the all-new second generation TC, which has been doing great things for us since it came out about a year ago, bringing a lot of new people to Scion. As a matter of fact, tomorrow, I'm really, really excited that the IQ will go on sale, finally, right? Finally, on sale here on the West Coast. Yeah, give it up! Well, that is very wimpy for a Scion crowd. Give it up for Scion IQ. Yeah! You know what? The Scion IQ, it takes our brand from 3 models to 4. It's a great expansion. What the IQ really does is it ushers in a new urbanism for a progressive, younger buyer whose transportation needs and desires are changing. They're different. The IQ, it's a new premium micro subcompact for new urbanites who want inventive transportation without sacrifice. And while the IQ is small, it has a huge fun-to-drive spirit. Now, the IQ and the TC are helping us usher in the new dimension of Scion, allowing us to keep a strong relationship with those who love the brand. And if you love the brand, I need to hear you one more time. It's a great brand. And it helps us to keep bringing in new people who have never been part of our family before. Now, today, the next Scion will help us reach a whole new dimension. A machine that will be the halo car for Scion, but also for an entire group of driving enthusiasts. It's a machine that, dollar for dollar, pound for pound, will ignite the passion of a whole group of car fanatics. I doubt there's been a bigger driving enthusiast on the planet than our president, Akio Toyoda. Now, you've seen him race the LFA at Nürburgring, and recently he debuted the Toyota 86 at the Gazoo Racing Festival at the Fuji Speedway right before the Tokyo Motor Show. Now listen, it's important for you to understand the background. About 4 years ago, Mr. Akio Toyoda gathered a small group of people together and challenged them to create a vehicle, a new vehicle in the spirit of the Toyota classic sports cars. He met regularly with the chief engineer during development, giving his feedback on key performance aspects of this all-new addition to Toyota's heritage. Last spring at the New York Auto Show, we showed you a concept that would inspire a car that we would bring to production in 2012. And normally, what would a company do? We'd reveal it at an auto show. But tonight, we wanted to let you, true sports car fans, see it first. That sound good? Yeah. So tonight will go down in history as not only the night that the Scion introduced its 5th model, but more importantly, as this night will go down in history as the night that Scion brought sport back to the car. A car that is truly made for people in this room, like right there. It's just like this for Jeff Maldonado. Where's Jeff? Right there for you, baby. For the first time anywhere, please welcome the 2013 Scion FRS. Okay, what do you think? All right, I've said it before, I'm going to keep saying it, but I love this car! God, I love it. You know what, and it fits perfectly up here with all these other sports cars, like the Supra, the MR2, and the LFA. Okay, so you might be thinking, if we're here to talk about the Scion FRS, then what the heck are all these Toyotas and Lexuses doing up here? Well, that's simple. Because before we can talk about what the FRS is all about, you got to know where the FRS comes from. A true performance car is not just, developed and created overnight. So these 6 cars play a significant role in Toyota's lengthy history of performance and racing heritage. And I know most of you already know these cars. All right, so do I have any previous owners or lovers of the MR2 up there? Okay, maybe not as much as, how about this one? Who wants to take home my Toyota Supra right now? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Every single one of these cars contains Toyota's high-octane DNA. A DNA that can only be obtained through years of engineering, innovation, experience, and of course, racing. Now, you may also be wondering, why is this car a Scion? Well, that's also an easy one. The FRS, with its style, performance, authenticity, originality, fits perfectly with what Scion is all about: passion for your car. Okay, so the definition of the word Scion, is, as many of you already know, means to be a descendant of or an heir to. Well, the FRS is an excellent example of that definition. The heritage and DNA of these performance cars you see here tonight trickled down into every ounce of the FRS. It's just one of the benefits of being from such a great Toyota family. Now, in addition to its overall heritage, the FRS gets its core inspiration from 3 of the Toyota models right up here. If you look right over here, you got the Toyota 2000 GT, the Sports 800, and the Corolla GTS. Yeah. The 2000 GT, right here, was perhaps the first Toyota model to gain recognition within the sports car world. I bet you didn't know this, but that vehicle set over 13 international speed records. Now, when it first debuted, One Car magazine described the 2000 GT as a fantastic engineering masterpiece on wheels, a magnificent manifestation of complete automotive ingenuity, and I agree with that person. The exterior design of the FRS is heavily influenced by the 2000 GT's profile, making it extremely low to the ground with a long, sleek hood. Now, even by today's standards, the 2000 GT's styling is still sophisticated and modern. Now, back behind here, what car is that? S800. The Toyota Sports 800 It was part of our heritage and was one as an active sports car on the racing scene. Now listen, the S800's most important contribution to the FRS, and some of you know this, but it was the first car ever to feature a front-mounted boxer engine with a rear-wheel drive configuration. The low center of gravity of the boxer engine and front engine rear drive layout was considered ideal for a fun-to-drive car. And it's the reason the FRS adopted this exact layout. Now, although the 2000 GT and the Sports 800 play a significant role in the roots of the FRS, the car that inspires the FRS the most is the Corolla GTS, known by its true fans as what? Again? Hachiroku, the AE86. Now, the 5th generation Corolla GTS model gets its AE86 name from Toyota's unique chassis code for the car. It was a moderately priced sports car with a front engine, rear drive configuration. But what? The AE86 never relied upon brute horsepower, but instead on a combination of a lightweight design, responsive power, and a perfect balance. It made its way into almost every genre of racing, from grip to drift and from the circuit to mountain roads. Now, although the FRS arrives more than 25 years later and doesn't share a single piece of hardware, the spirit and the heritage, the heart of the AE86 bleeds into every ounce of this car. It inspired the FRS so much, in fact, that each car, and you got to take a look right here on the side, will wear unique badging on its front fenders depicting the 86 heritage along with the evolution of its new boxer engine. You got to check it out. And can you believe the bore and stroke are both 86 millimeters? Now, the goal was to create an authentic rear-wheel drive sports car with compelling styling, exceptionally balanced performance and handling, flexible utility, and surprising MPG. How do we accomplish that goal? Well, we started with an overall focus for this car. It's called pure balance. And the balance begins with the strategic use of the world's only flat boxer engine in a front engine rear drive configuration, just like the original S800. The FRS's 2.0 liter naturally aspirated four-cylinder engine is the result of a joint development between Toyota and Subaru. You've known that. Combining Subaru's newly developed horizontally opposed engine and Toyota's D4S direct and port injection system. Now listen, the D4S system, in conjunction with a high 12.5 to 1 compression ratio, results in an impressive 200 horsepower and 151 pound-feet of torque. We're talking about a 100 horsepower per liter naturally aspirated. Now, we all know that it's not that hard to make horsepower and torque, but it is hard to do all that and get great MPG. And the FRS does all three. The flat architecture of the engine allows it to be mounted low and pushed back far enough to classify it as a front midship, similar to that of the $375,000 Lexus LFA. Just raise your hand if you'd like to take that one home tonight. Yeah, me too. Now, this car has an excellent front-to-rear weight ratio of 53 to 47. The center of gravity is lower than many sports cars today, even lower than this, the Porsche Cayman. Seriously. The flat four mates with either a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic transmission, and the manual offers quick and precise shifts with a quick short throw, while the automatic features aggressive upshifts and sporty rev match downshifts, both initiated by steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. And the power is put to the pavement via a limited slip differential. Now, the idea of a pure balance is further realized by the FRS's lightweight design and short wheelbase. And the combination allows the car to be quick and nimble into and out of every corner. So how light are we talking? Well, let's talk about it. How many of you are S2000 fans? It's a good car. That's all right. Come on, give it up. It's a good car. All right. I'm a fan of it too. Well, although it's not final, we are very confident that we're going to be lighter than that. To keep the overall vehicle weight to an absolute minimum, what did we do? Well, we decided to go with a solid roof instead of a sunroof. We chose a rigid trunk instead of a hatchback. We made appropriately sized, lightweight 17-inch wheels standard. We even made the hood out of aluminum. As you can see, our engineers are all about keeping the weight down and the structural rigidity up. Now, it doesn't matter where you're standing, every angle of this car screams performance. The front bumper is low and aggressive with fierce, edgy headlights, while the rear features a trapezoidal shape with unique tail lamps and center position backup lights. Check out the roof. It has a gold wing shape, channeling airflow smoothly over the car. And the FRS will come in 7 colors. How many? All right, 7 colors to complement its amazing style lines, like the striking red that we like to call Firestorm. The interior shares the same DNA, designed for both form and function. The seats are mounted extremely low and are comfortable yet assertive. And the large center-mounted tachometer is all business, keeping the driver informed of the engine's vitals. And for many, the FRS is the definition of the perfect daily driver and weekend warrior. It's a 2+2 seating configuration with a fold-flat cargo area, large enough to transport a full set of race spec tires, a floor jack, and the necessary pit tools for a day of fun at the track. Because you and I know that most of us don't have our own truck and trailer, right? And now, as you can tell, the Scion FRS is it's a serious sports car offering performance that hardcore driving fanatics can only find in a rear-wheel drive. We're proud to bring you a new definition of what an affordable sports car can be. And what fun is it going to be if you can't afford one? So what do I mean by affordable? Okay, are you ready for the price? Yeah. All right, so you're going to keep waiting for us for a few more months. Give it up. Yeah, you know I can't say too much at this point. Come on, you know that. I know. But know that you're going to be pleasantly surprised that we're going to be able to offer this much style, this much fun at an attainable price. And because it's a Scion, you know that there's going to be a lot of ways to personalize your FRS. Because it's amazing how all of you can take a great car, make it your own with more creativity than anyone. And I have no doubt that I'll see more versions of the FRS than I can even imagine. Now, we know there is a lot of buzz circulating around this car. And we love it. We read the forums, we read the blogs, we read the posts. You know, we like the spy shots and the leaked information. And we're aware that the FRS fans, you all, know almost as much about this car as we do. Now, someone asked me tonight if I get upset about all the leaked FRS information and spy shots that are out there. I say absolutely not. It just proves that the true driving enthusiasts, do we have any tonight? Yeah. That's it? That's all the driving enthusiasts we have? Yeah, we got one. Yeah, come on, baby. They're ready for a car that is awesome to drive, a car that is light and nimble, a car that is sleek and sporty, and a car that is exciting and affordable, just like the, do it with me, FRS. Do it again. FRS. And to give you an idea of how amount of excitement that's out there, Scion launched its hand raiser site about a month ago. And without telling anyone about it, no advertising, we had over 10,000 sign up for this car in less than 10 days. Now, we're excited about where the FRS is going to take Scion. But even more excited to see where FRS is going to take you. And you know what? Just maybe the entire industry. We truly believe that the FRS is going to bring the sport back to the car. Now, I know that many of you can't wait to drive the FRS, so I'm going to give a chance to somebody tonight to be the first right here to drive it. So let's see out there who would like to be the first to drive it. Come on up, the red shirt. Red again. So right here, this gentleman right here is going to have the first chance to actually test drive the FRS. Oh, come on! Thanks. Come back. You'll be the first here to take this right back over here to share it. So we had to have a little fun. Thanks for playing along. But here's the deal. These HPI racing RC cars. I know. I'm going to pay them later. I got it. Hey, you know what? We've already had a bunch of XBs and TCs. We have these the HPI RC cars. If you haven't had a chance to race them out here, go for it. We're working on an FRS version that will come out very soon. But you will get to be the first person to test drive the FRS out there in a few minutes. You know, originally we thought the FRS would go on sale next summer. But we want to get people behind the wheel just a little bit sooner. Is that all right? So you're going to start seeing it in Scion dealerships next spring. If you want to take a few laps, though, in the FRS tonight, be sure to visit our friends right here from Sony and drive the FRS on the latest Gran Turismo 5 game. For all of you GT5 fans, the FRS will be downloadable very soon. One last thing we couldn't leave you, to go tonight is you have to see a modified FRS, right? That's what we're all about. You got it. In the next room, you're going to have a chance to check out just one example, one simple example of how they might look once it hits the streets. We're going to have some new things to share with you about the FRS at the Detroit Auto Show. So please look for that in early January. Now, we're about ready to end this, and I'm going to invite, and again, you're going to have to do this kind of orderly, all right? I want you to be able to come up and take a picture of the car. But I also want you to be able to come up all the way up the ramp and check out all the other heritage cars that we have here tonight. You know what? I know so many of you, and so many of us have been together for 4 or 5 years and having a lot of fun together. You are invited tonight to be a part of this because you are part of Scion's family. We truly love the relationship we have with you, and we are so thankful for you and being in this place tonight. So thanks, have a great night, and give it up for Scion! Yeah! Come on up.